Chef Buck here, and today we're going to cook up a very easy, delicious egg and bean dish. Kind of a brunch dish, breakfast dish, anytime dish. Eggs, you know, you think of it for breakfast, but eggs are anytime. Okay. Check out these eggs. I promised lots of egg dishes, and they're coming because we got to stay ahead of the chickens. We got chickens laying them left and right. They're pumping them out. We're going to take our skillet. We're going to put our heat kind of on medium heat. Warm our skillet up. I'm going to throw a little bit of oil in there, whatever kind of oil you like. And I've already got my onion chopped up. Come down here and look at this beautiful onion. I've got it chopped up kind of fine. I like little dinky pieces of onion. And this was an onion about this size. Get it up here so they can compare it with my head.
What would that help?
I have a very large head. Oh, and I've also got some green onion in here. Just one little green onion chopped up because I want to have this later for a garnish. But let me get my oil spread around my skillet, and then we'll get this onion working away. So I'll spread my onion out, and we'll give this a few minutes head start. Beep, 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 beep. So I've had my onions cooking away for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and add some other ingredients in here. I got me a little bit of garlic, just 2 cloves of garlic. Onions and garlic, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. Now you could throw you some hot peppers in here if you wanted. If I had some jalapenos, I would, but I'm going to use this today. This is a canned product. We just pulled the dealio out there. But if you look in the Latin section of your grocery store, you might find this here. These are hot chipotle peppers in a very hot sauce. I love this stuff. The first time I ever bought this, I made the mistake of pouring the whole can in something. Oh. Yeah, that was way too much. But I have discovered that if you use just one, that is plenty. It adds great flavor and great heat. So if you can find this, you know, definitely give it a go. But man, one of those cans will last you a while. You can use it for quite a few recipes. So I'm going to mix up my pepper and my onion and my garlic. And that chipotle is going to add a really nice flavor. And you want to be sure and add plenty of flavor because we're going to have beans and tomato sauce in here. So that's going to need the help. Now let me go ahead and throw some seasoning in here. Got some salt, black pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika. But whatever you like, but don't be stingy with it. So I'll stir this around and let it continue cooking for another minute, and then we'll add our other ingredients in here. Here's the beans I'm going to use today. Great Northern beans. But you can use whatever kind of beans you like. You know, I actually like using white beans. Cannellini beans are nice for this. You can use black beans. You can use a mixture of beans. But I really like white beans for this. You know, you could take these beans and you can rinse them and drain them. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm just extra lazy. This will put some extra gas in our tank.
Something like that.
And I've still got it on medium heat. Now, if you wanted to, you could just add a little bit of chicken broth here and keep it very beany. But I'm going to go ahead and throw some tomato in here too. Just some diced canned tomatoes. And I'm mucked up. You know, all the diced tomatoes I got are basil, garlic, and oregano. It sort of kind of has a spaghetti sauce smell. But I didn't mean to get this. Just get regular diced tomatoes. Don't get this. I got tricked. That's fine print. This was some kind of frustrated lawyer wannabe that did the marketing on this can here. But I'm going to go ahead and throw it in my skillet with my beans. Rinse out the can with a little bit of water. I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit because I want to get this pan a bubbling.
I can smell the peppers.
Oh, you can smell that chipotle?
Yes.
So now my dish is starting to get steamy, dreamy. It's starting to bubble up there a little bit. So I'm going to reduce it down to low. And I'm going to throw a little flat pan on here. Is there a lid for the skillet? I don't know. It's a house set. I have no idea. But this is what I found. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it up. And I'm going to let it simmer away for about 10 minutes. Beep, 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 beep. So I've had it simmering away for a few minutes. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Now I'm going to continue and let it bubble away and cook off some of this moisture. While that's happening, I don't like these big chunks of tomato. So I'm going to smash those a little bit, and I'm going to smash the beans a little bit too. So I just go around with a fork and give everything a little smashy smash, and it'll make it a little bit creamier. Now you're thinking, well, why don't you use tomato sauce? Because then it'll be too tomatoey. Tomato sauce is too concentrated. I think it tastes better if you just use regular diced tomatoes and then just smash them up a little bit. And then while you're smashing around, you're smashing up some of these beans. It just adds a nicer, creamier texture. Now let's give it a stir, and I think that that is liquidy enough. It's cooked down plenty. So I'll get everything spread out. And now I'm just gonna drop my eggs in there, right on top. So let me see if I can crack these with perfection. Not smash my yolks too bad. Boom, there's one, it works.
Right in the middle.
Oh, I don't want it right in the middle. I want it off to the side a little bit because I got to get 4 of these things in here.
Exactly. Beautiful eggs.
Oh, yes. Delicioso eggs. Right out of the chicken's butt. Fresh out of their... Well, they technically don't have a butt. A chicken has one hole. It's called a cloaca. And everything happens in the cloaca. Just one dealio. Which sounds kind of boring, and that's probably why there is so little chicken-based pornography. But anyway, I've got my eggs too close. Let me see if I can space it out a little bit. Ah!
Very nice.
And now it's kind of bubbling, simmering away here a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover it up with my lid so that the tops of my eggs will cook. But I don't want them to cook too much because I want my yolk to be runny. So I'm going to have to play it by ear. Going to have to play it by eye. Beep, 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 beep. Alrighty, let me take a peek right here. Okay, they're starting to cook up a little bit. You can see the whites are starting to firm up, but they still got a little bit of a ways to go. This one here is getting a little bit done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it to a different part of the burner. Cover it back up and let it go for another minute or two. You know, you just kind of got to judge it based on the whites. You know, you want your albumin to be cooked through. Albumin. Beep, 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 beep. You're making me nervous. You're making me scared. So I'm getting ready to call it. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. See, I'm taking some green onion.
Okay.
A little bit of green onion top. But you can do whatever you like. You can use some cilantro, some parsley. You know, anything with a little bit of color. But green works well with this kind of tomatoey type dish.
We could also wait to put it on until you put it in the plate.
You could. But this here is going to be more photogenic skillet-wise. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner off. I'm going to go ahead and plate up a couple of these doohickeys. 1. Go 2.
Wow, that's a big help.
Look how perfecto that is. Yeah, but it's pretty healthy, you know.
Wow.
Nothing too bad there. All righty, how's that look, camera girl? Delicioso?
Oh, it smells fantastic.
This is definitely one of those dishes that you want to eat hot. You got these eggs sitting on top of these hot beans, so they're cooking away. So I'm going to use some corn tortillas, but I'll do that in a second. My main thing is I want to show my yolky yolk. Boom, boom, boom. So my yolk is still a little runny.
Look at you.
It's going to be nice and saucy. I like having that sauce, but you got to be careful not to overcook your eggs. I love this dish. Just eggs and beans. Very simple. You can do it in a skillet. Lickety split. No problemos. Not much of a mess. Now I do taste a little bit of that Italian oregano basil type deal, which is not ideal. Just get regular diced tomatoes. Tastes better that way. It's got more of a Olay flavor. This here has got a little bit of a Olay, but with a little bit of this. Check out this recipe. I'll have a link down below to myfoodchannel.com. We got a new podcast episode up over on our travel channel, so go check that out. We got a Patreon now if you want to Patreon us or PayPal us. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, subscribing, blah, 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 and we'll see you next weekend.